let's come down.
So, where are we at since last time?
I can't remember what we filmed last time.
Last time you were waiting for the new engine to arrive.
Ah, new engine. Tony painted it. Let's get the spacer off of that one, the flat plate spacer that goes between the bell housing and the engine block. Had a flywheel on it instead of a flex plate, so it was going to be running in a manual car. So you have to take the spigot bearing out of the back end of the crankshaft, so that your torque converter will go in. Change the flex plate, put the engine back in. Yeah, once he'd finally painted it. So yeah, just got to we're waiting on a bottom pulley. He managed to get another one which didn't fit, so he's trying a bloke in Devon today or something to see if he can find one. So all the underneath's done. So new transmission pan, new filter, new gasket. Obviously took the gearbox out, he cleaned it all up, put it all back in. Exhausts are on. I want to mock the radiator up later, just to get the lengths of my cooler lines for the transmission cooler. But I don't really want to put the rad in yet because I've got to play around with all the pulleys and belts because I don't know what's going to line up yet.
Is it a like-for-like engine swap?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's a totally different engine. It's a 302, not a 289, but in all intents and purposes, yeah, it's exactly the same block.
Okay.
It's just got different things that, like, these are GT40 heads. The bolt sizes are different, so I had to make special bolts to get things in and stuff like that. You know, it's all the little pissing around bits that you have to do when it's not exactly the same engine.
Yeah.
Like the throttle linkage was slightly different. Just silly things like that, but just takes up time, doesn't it?
That's it.
So what I'll need to do is roughly put this pulley on. Let me do it with that for a moment. That's not going to come off. Okay, so let's put that on there. Won't have enough of that. Just got to find a short bolt to go in there to hold that, because I want to see where my belts are lining up off the water pump. Yeah. What is that going to hit the back of the water pump when it's wound in? Let's have a look and see. Yes, it is. So let's put a spacer on that. Right, so that's locked that off. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Right, so that inner belt will do that, won't it? That'll drive your alternator. So now, because that power steering pump realistically doesn't fit very well, so you need to get the tube on to stop it leaking transmission fluid everywhere. I think what I'll do is drain that out. We'll drain that out first, because otherwise it's just going to be a pain in the arse. The inside belt's being used, so we won't be on the outside. So what I'm saying, this is all a mishmash of parts, so you don't know what you're dealing with until you try and put it all together, you know?
Yeah.
So let's get a tape measure. These are 7/16, and the other ones were 3/8, so I've had to make up that. So it's gone from that size there up to that size there, so I had to weld that on the end.
Right.
So it will take it properly. So we're looking at about 10mm. So let's go and have a look. That cutter's blunt as shit. What I've got to do, you see, because that bigger, larger section bolt won't fit through the hole on that.
Okay.
So we've got to take that plate off, put that on there, put the spacer on, slide that on, then put that on.
Boom.
That's the plan anyway. What a pain in the arse. This is the trouble when everything's made out of different bits and pieces.
Yeah.
It never ends up being an easy job. So then we put our spacer on. Fucking fluid everywhere. Bastard thing. You don't want to know how many fucking times I've cleaned this floor up. Oh, piece of fucking shit. That fucking Jubilee shit gone. Right, that'll do for the moment. Fuck it, I'm bored with that. This is all this shit of people wanting things done that don't fucking line up with anything else. Right, that's fucking near enough for me. I'll have to trim the end of that bolt down. I'll just clear the belt later. Right, make sure we've got movement. Yep. Right, let's tighten everything up. Put it back in the air and clean all the shit off the floor again. What say you? Right. Lines up all right, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do, I think, won't it?
That's good.
So we just got to wait for the bottom pulley, and realistically there isn't. Like I say, mock that radiator up and just measure what length of pipes I've got to go and get. Apart from that, I can't do any more really.